Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Air Guns. I have 3 air pistols for you guys today. It is basically the first video of the year. I think it's January 3rd, and we're going to get right into it. We're going to do a preview unboxing video of 3 air pistols and revolvers. I got 2 revolvers, and I've got a semi-auto pellet firing or pellet BB gun here. I think it's a pellet BB dual ammo. So we're going to take a look at them. So one's from Gamo, and then 2 are from Crosman. And I will again be doing full tabletop and field test shooting videos for all of these guns. So this is just a peek at them. It's a preview. I'm not going to get a ton into, specifications, details, or close-up video. That will be the tabletop video, and then of course the shooting video, the field test video, is where I'll test the FPS for each one of these. So feet per second, usually firing 5 rounds, averaging it out. And then I'll be doing an accuracy test where I shoot at a paper target 30 feet downrange using a semi-rested position. So that gives us a good idea of what to expect in terms of power and accuracy if you were to buy this yourself. So hopefully this will give you an idea of what's coming up, and if any of these products interest you, you might want to watch those videos down the road. So we're going to start off with the Gamo here. This is the P-27. It's a semi-automatic CO2 air pistol that has a claimed 430 FPS with PBA platinum pellets. So it shoots both pellets and BBs, and it can shoot 16 pellets with a BB double magazine. So there's 8x2. So basically it's a double-ended mag, and I'll show you when I pull this out because I will give you a quick look around. But it's a double-ended magazine with 8 on each end. It uses standard 12-gram CO2 cartridges. Let's take a look at the front here. Okay. So that's what I just read through. So again, single double action, so we'll find that out. It says single and double action, so we'll see. So you should be able to pull that hammer back and pre-cock it if it is a both single and double action. Again, 12 gram CO2, .177 caliber pellets and 4.5 millimeter steel BBs. It has fixed sights with white dots. It's got a max range of 250 yards. It weighs 1.5 pounds. Has a manual safety. So this is what the back looks like. And I'm going to have to destroy the packaging because it's not a clamshell. Maybe that's a little easier to get into. We'll find out. It is a sort of cardboard with a sort of half clam on one side. So definitely easier to get into. So you can just cut open the top without completely destroying things. Little manual inside, but that's going to be for the tabletop video a little bit more. So you kind of have to destroy things a little bit, but I can put that back together later. All right, what we're really interested is this product. And by the way, I didn't kind of mention it, but I'm surprised to see this. It does say pest control. Can you see that? Pest control on there, pest control and recreational shooting. So I'm a little surprised that a company would, oh, it does have double action. That's cool. That's interesting. So it does have double single action. So that's really interesting. I'll show you. So you got, I'm just getting off topic right away here, but you can cock that and pull it. So maybe that's why they're saying it's for pest control, because that helps you get a little more accurate. So for pests, you want to, obviously, if you're shooting at something small and you don't want to injure it, you want to humanely kill it, you want to get a headshot or a nice chest, upper shoulder shot, then you need that accuracy, right? So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's take a quick look here. So this is the double-ended magazine I was talking about. Right? So you can put pellets or BBs. It's probably got a magnetic little thing in the middle that holds the BBs in. That's what they've been doing. So inside that little ring is a magnet that holds the BBs, or the pellets just sort of stay in there because they're tighter. But you got 8 rounds on each end. You just flip it around when you're done on one side. And how do you get into this part? Let's find out. Okay, so you just pull this down here, and this little cover comes off, and you can get at your CO2, okay? Unscrew it, screw it. When you're done with that, you can pop that in. Now, you don't need to take that cover off to get at the magazine. It's spring-loaded, so you just use your mag button there, your mag release button, and it pops out. Let's take a look. You do have white dot sights on the back and the front. It feels pretty good. 1.5 pounds, it's solid. There's no blowback or anything like that, but the trigger is pretty light. It's a double action. It's not too long. It feels pretty good, actually. And in single action, it's even lighter. It's got a little click there where it's kind of rotating the little magazine, like that little click, and then it releases the hammer. And in a double action like that, you're doing both with your trigger, right? With your finger instead of just pulling the hammer back. Nice looking gun, decent looking all around. Like I said, it feels pretty good. There's no movement in anything here. It's very solid, so a little bit of a recessed barrel. And there is supposed to be some sort of a safety on it, which I can't really see. Where is the safety? Oh, okay, sorry. Brain fart. It's right there. So it's kind of in a neat place, because a lot of these cheap guns, they have that little switch. It's more like a mechanical switch as opposed to, you know, what a real gun would have, some sort of lever switch like that on the slide or somewhere else. So anyways, that's pretty neat. Let's put that one aside. Next up, we have a Crosman, and this is called the SNR357. It's a double action. This should be a double and single action as well. Dual ammo, so it says it can shoot BBs and pellets. It says it shoots up to 400 feet per second. Blinking target, backyard fun is the purpose. Uses 12 gram CO2s, has a capacity of 6 rounds, so it should have these removable pellets, or sorry, removable shells. This looks like a wind gun, so this is something that Dan Wesson, they kind of came out with these style of guns a long time ago, like years, decade ago almost now, with the removable shells, and this is sort of that early alliteration, or whatever you want to call it, and I think the Wind Gun is the company that actually made it for them. I can't tell you that exactly, but that's what I'm thinking. So Crosman is obviously buying it from another outside source and rebranding it, putting their own stuff on there and selling it. That's okay, a lot of companies do that. It weighs in at 1.92 pounds, has a length of 8.12 inches, smoothbore barrel, fixed blade sight, front sight, fixed, oh, it's got a rear adjustable sight, yeah, typical of that style of gun. And again, 12 gram CO2. Take a look at the box before I open it up. Okay, back. All right, if you want to freeze that, go ahead. Let's take a look. This isn't gonna be anything really new. If you've watched any of my early Dan Wesson videos, they're nice guns. They work well, right? So you have this removable, well, not removable, but the cylinder pops out just like you'd find on a normal revolver. And then you can get at these shells that come out. So you put the BB or pellet in the front. So it says pellet, so you're gonna have to put the pellet in backwards in there. So hopefully that fits not too bad. Oftentimes with these guns, you'll get a shell that actually you put the pellet in the back, which makes loading them easier. But they're saying this is a dual ammo, and it can shoot pellets and BBs. So you're gonna have to put them in backwards because it comes out forward. So that's a little weird. I'd almost want to shoot BBs with this gun, make loading a bit easier. But you know, it's got a nice solid feel. This gun, like almost 2 pounds, a little snub nose type revolver. It's got some good beef to it. And so you got single and double action. So it is both single and double action. It does have a fully adjustable rear sight here. 4 windage and elevation. There isn't any red dots or anything like that, or white dots or fiber optics or anything. But it's an all metal gun with the exception of the grip here, which it sort of pops off like that to get into where the CO2 is. You have this little plastic tabs. This is exactly like you'd find in a Dan Wesson 357 that they initially came out with. Definitely a decent gun. So this opens up so that's safe, and then you pop it forward. That's fire, and then if you move it all the way forward, it allows the cylinder to pop out, and then you can pop those babies out too with a little rod there. Nice little gun. I mean, they perform well. They're actually pretty accurate, even with BBs. They weren't too bad in my testing. So I will be doing field tests and tabletops for this, but if you want to watch some of my earlier Dan Wesson tabletops and field test videos for this style of gun, they're literally identical. So you don't have to wait long if you want to see that now. I will test it anyways, because it has been quite a while since I've reviewed the similar gun like that. So, okay, let's put that guy away. Now, I'm kind of interested in this next one because it takes me back a little bit. I don't have one of the earlier Crosmans, the earlier Crosman revolvers. This, just looking at the box, reminds me of one of the early Crosman revolvers. It doesn't have a lot of weight, though, so I have a feeling it's a bit plasticky, but I haven't actually opened it up yet. I wanted to do that live here and sort of get my first initial views on it and let you know what I think. But let's go over what it says in the back. So this is the Fortify. It's called the Fortify BB revolver, up to 420 FPS. Single action. I bet you it's going to be single. Yeah, no, this will be single action only because it is an old West Revolver. It shouldn't shoot in double. 12 gram CO2 uses 4.5 millimeter steel BBs. Has a capacity of 18 rounds because the BBs go along this tube, just like the older style ones, I believe. Well, no, they were actually fed into the actual revolver area, but the revolver didn't come out. It just popped open, so the cylinder didn't pop to the side. It just had a latch, typically, that you'd load them in. And this one says it weighs 1.92 pounds, but it certainly doesn't feel like it in the box. We'll see. Fixed blade front, fixed front, yeah, blade, fixed notch in the back. Safety, crossbolt safety. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into it. Let's see what this thing's really all about. I'm kind of excited because I've always liked the old Crosman revolvers. Oh yeah, this is not 1.92 pounds. There's no way. It's plastic. It's like almost all plastic. What a bunch of liars. I gotta read that again. 1.92 pounds. I'm definitely gonna have to weigh this one for the review because there's just no way. I'm gonna give this like a 1.25 pounds. You know, maybe 1.5 if I'm being super generous. But not really. How's that one? So that's like, okay, this is push safe. Is that the safety? I don't even know. Guess we'll have to find out. That's the safety. It says push for safe. Okay. So you gotta pop this out. Like, it's pretty tight too. You gotta get your finger in there and pop it out, and then you can shoot it. And it feels kind of good. It's got a nice trigger. And you'll see there you've got the red telling you that it's in fire mode. It's got a nice trigger. It's short and it's pretty light. So that's kind of nice. Pop that, and now you can't cock the hammer. So the BBs, you would load them in that hole, and then the spring follower just pushes them in. And I believe, what was it, 16 or so? 18 BBs can go in it, so you can, it's not a 6-shooter, it's an 18 shooter at the end of the day. It says crossbolt. I guess that's kind of a crossbolt safety. And then, of course, your CO2 goes in your grip. Okay, got your, it uses, oh, that's nice. So you got the little Allen key right there. Good, that's a good little feature there. I kind of like that. Put this back in. So you put the top in first. Snap the bottom. It feels good. I just wish it was metal. I really wish this was metal because it's got a solid feel. It's got the open barrel, recessed barrel, which gives it a real true to the life look. But they had sort of like, you would pop this open and then you'd load BBs that way. That's how those loaded. This loads up the side. But still really neat. It's a neat gun. It's something pretty new, but yet retro at the same time. And, I think it'll probably perform pretty good. It feels good. I mean, even though it's a bit light, the gun feels good. I love these old style sights because they're really tight. There's not a lot of loose play. So in terms of getting things like right where you want them, you don't have to kind of try to bobble, like try to move this front post into the notch. The notch is so tight, right, that it just lines up really nice. It takes a little bit more time to line it up because it's such a small notch. But once you get it lined up, they really shoot pretty well. You can really get accurate shooting with them. So let's take another look at this. Fortify, right? So there's just give you an idea of the trigger length, right? So it's pretty good. It's not heavy at all. So this will be fun. I'm really looking forward to testing this gun out. I don't believe it's going to be very expensive. I'm not even sure of the price at this point, but I would imagine it's a fairly inexpensive gun. Could it be a little more realistic? We could maybe have put some little holes there, or at least made an attempt to look like it was a proper cylinder. But overall, it looks like a revolver, like an old, 45 revolver from back in the day. Some sort of Colt revolver. Anyways, that's it for this. Stay posted for upcoming tabletop and video reviews for all of these products. I'm going to do them all anyways, even though I've kind of done the wind gun style one many times before with all the Dan Wessons that came out back in the day. But we'll be doing that one again since it's been a while. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're interested in any of these guns, you can buy them right now over at replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US, where I'll put links in the description. And also over in those locations, we've got air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and a whole bunch of other accessories there for you. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.